Okay, how are we feeling? Everything appears to be in order. At least I'm hoping it is. You don't think I'll ever find. Okay. Alright. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. Sorry for the oddity here. I've been trying to get this blasted setup going, and I think I might have finally got it. It's, for those of you not in the know, I recently had an HDD crash and a whole bunch of shenanigans on the way. Long thing short, I finally made it back to where I was, and I had to replay the entire fan mission all over again. Managed to got all the research thing going. That's enough of that. And Shodan, will you please shut up? I am trying to think here. My goodness, woman. Please, if you may. Thank you. Just so much shenanigans has happened the past few weeks, and my goodness, I cannot. Right, anyways, you might have noticed the bigger screen. I finally figured out how to do that after all these years of playing with the. Okay, that's an assassin chip. Was it worth it? Nah. It's never worth it. Let's play with invulnerability a little bit. Hey Shodan, come on. I actually already figured out where to go after all this time. Don't you worry, I did not just waste several weeks worth of nonsense only to run around blindly again. So, what's the actual way of progression? Was all the effort to restart the entire thing worth it? No. It's not. You might have noticed it, but there.
Welcome to the throne of God.
Hang on, I just wanted to ask, like, what possessed you to think that mandatory secrets was a good idea? Just give me a second here. You got this entire map to go through. Absolutely zero hints on where to go, and I had to put these things myself, you know. Cause there's barely any direction, there's no signs, there's no hints. And I'm just give me time to think. Hang on, can we? Okay, thank you, that'll be all. It's just, give me a break, man. Every step of the way, progression in this fan mission always seem to try to yank on my leg every time. Like, the hinting, you think the notes will be helpful in that regard, but no, it's just weaken Shodan by reinitiating Xerxes and destroy Shodan. That tells me nothing. That tells me absolutely nothing on where to go in this entire big map, man. And you're hiding it behind mandatory secrets? A wall texture that looks exactly the same as all the others, except slight bit of transparency? You look at me like I will make note of every single misalignment as if it's not just a regular old map mistake and not actual way of progression. Goodness gracious me, man. Anyways, I guess it's time to get this fan mission closed at last. We are literally at the very end, at the tip end of the thing. Just gotta. What the? Okay, hang on. What am I doing wrong here? Will you just go? Oh, right.
I enjoy your pain.
Give me a second. Let me just reinitialize Xerxes. Yeah, just give me a second. It's all fun and games, Shodan. It's all fun and games. got my own wheel as well that I wanna depart onto here. Good. You first. And then... No, not quite like that, not quite like that. There we go. This is kind of reinitializing Xerxes. I have no idea, there's no confirmation here. I completely forgot what those things are called. Can you remind me? Do you have a name? No names? Okay. And this. What's all this then? You mine. Yeah, sure. Use the last one. I'm trying to figure out what this is. I don't think I've been given any code, but let's try the old classic. It's not working. Let's try hack it. Okay, what does these do? Okay. Got some likes. Yeah, keep guessing, Shodan. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but... Is that it? I don't know. Maybe. Still doesn't say whether or not I've reinitialized Xerxes, so I guess it's whatever. I guess it's time to just go bananas then. And there we go. Escape by the escape tube. Okay, that I remember. I think. Hang on. Can I at least upgrade one last time? Give me a second. I'm pretty sure I got... Oh, I probably upgraded everything. Wow. Sorry, I replayed the entire thing and then just stopped playing for a good while and then returned here again, so it's like my memories are a bit jumpy. Anyways, I'm sure it's talking about this. Yeah, okay. Don't fall down to your death now. I had to reconfigure a whole bunch of stuff and then I come back to a mandatory secret. Truly, my life is one big joke. Okay. That's... Okay, I'll let you fly in peace then. Okay. Finally, peace and quiet. This is it then. If I take the shuttle, it's over. Okay, it appears so. What's the ending? Oh? Where am I now? It's not over yet? Or is it? Well, yeah. Oh. Okay, I guess this is the... Yeah, alright. Yeah, I went... my entire stats are probably going to be completely different to the main run. So, yeah, might as well take a look at everything. Could be a good time as well to let you all know what I think about Arena as a fan mission. So, for the longest time, I kind of avoided playing this one. I can't remember why when I came back here and decided to play it out of nowhere. And it's only about midway through that that I kind of remember why. It's a whole lot of running around the same exact areas, and I guess past me used to think lowly of that. But, you know, times have changed and I have a bigger appreciation of gameplay focus this time around. So, as a result, when I came back here to Arena, I'm definitely much more, you know, appreciative of what this fan mission does, even though it is deviating a little from the usual. There's a lot good that could be said about Ziggo's arena. And just to name a few, you got these new enemies, carriers, and that one amp guy, and spiders that fragment themselves. Like, there's generally some really cool implements and power-ups as well. You got this particular thing that gives you invulnerability, I believe. And I think there's the other one that gives you instant research, and there's probably a lot more, especially since I mainly forgot a lot of vanilla items. So some of the items that I thought were from vanilla or enemies and such may be from this mod instead, or vice versa. So apologies if I do end up getting things wrong here and there. The arena type gameplay is definitely really showcases a lot of System Shock's very particular key factors, core in how every little bit of gameplay works with each other. Cyber modules and all that stuff. Okay, granted, I didn't exactly manage to get... Alright, that's something that I forgot to mention as well. The fact that spawns are randomized. I never did found an assault rifle in either of my run, be it in the previous one or this one. In fact, I didn't even get a shotgun in this run. I just ran with the energy pistol and the grenade launcher, and the pistol, the wrench, and the amp. I did not get any laser rapiers, no shotguns, no assault rifles, no fusion cannons, no stasis generators, no zero annealed weapons. I didn't get any worm guns or crystal shards, no nothing. They might have spawned if I decide to run this again, but for now they did not. So unfortunately, progression on that end is a bit funny. Granted, they're not really super required because all of the weapons that are provided, even here for good old Navy. Oh no, wait, sorry, I think it was Marines. I think I definitely picked Marines. Yeah, okay, Marines. Standard weapons, even with these, the player can very much, you know, work. Cause man, it can be, if you don't progress, you can just stay in place and farm. And yeah, even the fact that the level up thingies are moved around, it's a good move to keep players on the move. Even though, so long as they don't try to progress by doing the sim card things, they pretty much can farm cyber modules endlessly until they get to something really high, and then progress and get harder enemies and all that stuff. The way that the enemies spawn in is also quite chaotic. I still have no idea whether they try to run around naturally or if they... I think they do just sort of sit around and spawn for a while, waiting for me to run around before they finally go off. They do seem to occasionally wander, so it's an either or. It's even with enemies just kind of moseying around, I still feel overwhelmed. Like even the second run, I still feel sometimes overwhelmed because System Shock is a game of where you have to do a lot of long-term thinking because you got strengths and that affects this and that, and then it also has to play with hacking and then standards and then side powers, and then every decision that can be made is something that the player might need to take a second or two to really think about. And if they were playing like I was, you know, just running around the joint hoping to find a safe place to recuperate, and there are ways, it's just, yeah, we finally come to the bit of arena that I'm not too fond about. The fact that information seems so, like, I think I kinda get the point. Not telling the player everything means that it forces them to experiment, you know, like, oh, what does this do? What does that do? It's the core, sort of the core of System Shock, and the immersive genre, if you may, subgenre, I should say, because it's a long story, I don't want to get into that. But anyways, it's experimentation should be something that is encouraged and rewarded, right? So you don't tell the player anything, and then you let them experiment, so they figure out what is that and what is those. But man, sometimes the lack of information really hurts the FM. Like I've already said, well, I got lost there for a good bit because for the longest time I keep running into the same areas, and I keep thinking that I keep running into duplicate areas that are mirrored and thinking that they're the same areas that I've already been through. But no, they're actually different areas that's just badly signposted. Maybe they have different colors, maybe they have some slightly different architecture, maybe there's a landmark that I probably should have missed. It could be just a skill issue. It's possible, but at the same time, the fact that the map, I think it's specifically done to make one of the upgrades, the OS upgrades, useful. Might be. I got Smasher, Cybernetically Enhanced, Security Expert, and Tinker. I think I picked the damage ones because I was running low on ammo, because it's so much shenanigans in that run. I had fun for the most part. That's the thing that really iffies me. Like, for the most part, I had so much fun with Arena. It's just the little things start to stack up, and you got this area here and this area here, and they're exactly the same. It took me the longest time before I figured out that there's actually 2 research points where you can get materials, and man, and the hard points, and the second run goes by better because I already know a good bit, and you know I kept some of the important bits. But gosh, that first run was such a mess. It really didn't help that I haven't played SShock2 in a while, so this seems the kind of fan mission that'll probably work better for people who have just recently played be it the main campaign or maybe some other FM, just for them to get used to the mechanics instead of just me jumping in blind like a wombat. And just gosh. Also, aside from that, what else can I say about the mapping itself is kind of alright. I did spot some misalignments earlier on, and yeah, that's kind of part of the reason why I didn't really pay attention much to the random bit of wall that's slightly different. But no, after running around for about 10 minutes in the second run, I finally found that blasted thing just hiding at the far end. It was right. What was it? Was it in Jig 1 or is it in Jig 2? Either way, just why? Just put like a force field that opens up at the end. Why? For what reason? Like, what does it add? What does making it a mandatory secret add to the overall gameplay? Like, what are you expecting the player to do? They are being chased by Shodan copies. They are being hounded by enemies, and you're expecting them to pay attention to a random bit of the wall that looks exactly the same as all the others, and it's a big map. It's a big map, man. They have to run around here and here and here, and they gotta pay attention to so many things at once that you're suddenly expecting them to pay attention to a random bit of the wall for progression, not for secrets, for progression. Uncivilized, unappreciated, not cool. I cannot, in my heart, recommend this FM, even if it has a lot of neat implements. I am inherently hostile to the idea of mandatory secrets, so if anything, if a custom map or something uses it, I'm sorry, that's just it's a black mark in my books. You can do a lot of cool things, but the moment you do mandatory secrets, that's a complete disrespect of the player's time. Like, sure, you gotta run around for half an hour bumping every wall, wondering where the progression is, no hints. Completely nonsense. Anyways, yeah, it's a neat FM. There's a lot of cool implements. I like the idea of a horde mode, and theoretically this is an endless kind of thing. I could probably play it endlessly and just squeeze every single little bit of fun of it, but That the mandatory secrets, the obtuseness, lack of hints, the lack of signs, the duplicate mapping, it's rough. I wanna like it. I really wanna like it. But well, that's it, I guess. Okay then. Hopefully the recording goes by well. I've been ranting here for about, I don't know, 10-20 minutes, and hopefully it actually, I don't know, man. It's technically my first re-recording in the new setup, so it could all go all sorts of places. But yeah, I guess this is it for Arena. This ends the FM. Yeah, okay. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise, be it from the very start or otherwise. I will be playing Lost Frontier next. I think that's the main plan right now. I got a plan to wire jam the thing, and now reusing the one from Sloyiv, Lost on Ice, I think the thing was the name. It had similar systems, so if you want to see it, you already know what to do. This is SShock2, signing out.